Hey Chuck, you got your gym in a bag, and I got mine right here. And what we're going to do today is just take everything out. I'll explain everything to you and what it's for, and then I'm going to give you a tutorial on safety. Is the biggest thing I'm going to go over today, plus just show you generally how to work all the bands that you have, okay? So get ready, here we go. So you may think that the bands that are in your gym in a bag are the most important thing in that bag as far as your workout is concerned, but it's not true. The most important thing that's in your bag is this right here. It's your door stop, like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your carabiner, which is this thing, this big hook, and you're going to feed it through there like that, okay? This is the most important thing in your bag, and this is what we're going to talk about first. We're going to talk about safety first, because I'm telling you, if you're pulling or pushing with these bands and this were to come out of the door that you got it jammed in, it's not going to be pretty. You could actually get hurt really bad. So I'm going to go over with you what to do, how to set it up so that'll never happen, okay? So here we go. So when you're setting up your door jamb right here, there is only one side of the door that it should ever go on, and that's the hinge side, which is this side right here with the hinges right there. Because if you put it on the other side, the door handle side right here, and this door were to come open for some strange reason, you can get some serious injuries, and I don't ever want that to happen. So what I want you to do is open up the door, whichever one you're going to use. The only one I could think of was the outside door going in and out of your place. That could be an attachment point. You can figure out some other attachment points if you want, but make sure that it's safe, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and we're going to feed this through the door right above the hinge. So you're just going to put it in like right there, just drop it in, just like that. Then you're going to close your door just a little bit. You're going to lift that hinge about wherever you want it to be. You can do all kinds of angles, all the way up to the hinge above, or all the way down to the hinge below. You can also put this on. Above the hinges, above the hinge, and below the hinge. At times we'll do that as well. So anyway, close your door nice and tight. Make sure it's locked or just very secure. The great thing about this is if the door did ever come open and you were pulling your band through that door stop, it's still not going to come out. And the reason why it's not going to come out is because of that big knot at the end, this thing right here, that big roll here. It will not go through the door. But we don't want to take any chances, so we're just gonna make sure that we're good to go. So to set up like that, okay? Here we go. Okay, so you got your band, whichever one you want to start with, and start on this particular exercise. It's just a rowing exercise. So you would probably use your yellow band, or maybe even your black band like I've got right here, okay, to start with. So what you're going to do, this is the best thing about this carabiner thing, this hook, is that you just take the band and you just put it right through that carabiner, and you're ready to go. It's set. As long as you got your door jamb in the right place on the hinge side of the door, you can do a lot of stuff, okay? So I'm going to show you the standing row exercise first. It's your pulling movement. I also want to suggest that you use your gloves, your little grip it gloves, to hold on to these bands because sometimes they can be a little rough on the hands, okay? So here we go. We're going to take that. My band is on the door jamb. It's on the carabiner. You want to step back just to a point that's going to be easy for you to start with. You're going to keep your body real still. Sometimes if you want, you can stagger step your feet, like put one foot in front and one foot in back to kind of keep you steady. And you're just going to keep your chest up and you're going to row in like this, arms straight and row. Now, after you do 2 or 3 reps and you think, that's too light, no problem. All you got to do is back up a step or 2 to make it heavier, and you'll notice that when you do the exercise, it's a lot more difficult the further the band is stretched. However, don't take a light band and stretch it way beyond what you need to. Usually, if you're anywhere between like 8 feet from the attachment point to where you're working, you need to get a heavier band if it's too light. Does that make sense? If not, let me know. So that's the exercise. It's just a standing row, and you can see I've got my carabiner and my door jamb about almost halfway up to the door. It doesn't have to be exact. We'll do these rows in various positions on the door. So just pick a position, and all you're doing is rowing. You're keeping your chest up, and you're pulling your shoulders back real tight because we're trying to work those upper back muscles as well, okay? That's exercise number 1. Okay, so I took my black band off. It only takes a second or 2. I'm putting a lighter band on because what we're gonna do here is a curl. So you're gonna take your band, you're gonna hold it underhand like this, okay? Just grip it like that. Make sure you got your gloves on again because this band is gonna start hurting your hand if you don't. So you're gonna step back just like we did on the other thing, and you're going to pull it in like this. So it's not a row like this. You're gonna leave your elbows up like it's on a table, and you're just gonna pull it and row it like this, okay? All right, that's for biceps. This is for the biceps. I just showed you one earlier, the one before this for your lats and upper back muscles. So those are your pulling muscles, all covered with 2 exercises. That's all you got to worry about. The third exercise is just your push-up. It's just a great exercise to work your chest, shoulders, and tricep muscles, Chuck, and it also works your core, okay? So you got a lot of stuff going on there. The picnic table, the top of the picnic table is probably going to be about the right height for you right now. I'm going to use this bench right here just to make sure you're doing the exercise right. You want to get your body nice and straight. You want to take in a deep breath, inhale, and then exhale as you come up. Inhale, and then exhale, okay? If you can only go like halfway down into the movement because it might hurt your shoulders a little bit, that's okay, don't worry about it. Do the best you can. Keep doing these push-ups off the picnic table or somewhere that's off the ground. You want it to make it an easier exercise right now until we get more advanced, okay? All right, on to exercise number 4. Okay, this is another chest and shoulder exercise and a tricep exercise too, but we're gonna set your door jamb. I lifted mine just a little bit. It's not really necessary, but I like to have it a little bit below shoulder height for this exercise. What you're going to do is grab your band with one hand like this. You're going to just make sure that wherever your band is anchored, that you're facing a 90-degree angle from it, okay? You don't want to be like this. You don't want to be like this. You want to be like right here. So when you press it out, everything's in alignment, okay? So you have your hand like this. You're going to keep it tucked like this. It's not going to be out like this. You're going to keep it tucked right here near your chest. And all you're going to do is swivel your body and push it the opposite way where the door jamb is, okay? Because that's the only way you're going to get resistance that way. So you're going to push, squeeze, hold for a second, and come back. You see how slow I'm doing this? Slow, push it out, and then come back in, and that's going to really work your chest muscles. When you get done with about 12 of those, you put it in the other hand, you turn around, and you do the same thing. Press it out, bring it back in nice and slow, okay? Keep it tight into your body. Don't let it come out here. Keep it tight, because it's a pressing movement, okay? That's exercise number 4. If you need any help on any of these things, just let me know and I can help you with it, okay? So far we've got 2 exercises for pulling. We've got 2 exercises for pushing, okay? Now we're just gonna work the leg muscles, and it's pretty simple. Go to the picnic table or a chair, and you're just gonna practice your squatting. You're gonna push the butt out, squat, sit down, lean forward, and stand back up. Push the butt out, squat, sit down, lean forward, and come up. I'm going to do that from a side angle so you can see exactly what I'm doing, okay? All right. So we're about like this distance from your chair or the bench. The first thing you want to do is push your hips back and lean forward. Just like that. You see how my back is flat? Even though I'm leaning forward, my back is flat. I'm not doing this. I'm not rounding my back. I'm keeping it flat. I'm pushing my hips back, so it's just a hinge. That's the first thing of a good squat. And then you're going to bend your knees, pushing your butt back, sit down, lean forward, keep your back nice and flat, lean forward, and stand back up, okay? Simple squat exercise, one of the best. When you can do about 3 sets of 20 reps with just your body weight and do them without a lot of fatigue, then you can go to a band to do your squats. But that's probably going to be a ways away, but I'll show you real quick how we do that to add some resistance with the band. You're just going to take your band, you're going to step on it on each side like this. You're going to hold the band at your chest like this and do the same squat that you just did. Like this. Keep your hands up under your chin and then push up to a standing position. Easy peasy. Okay, so there's a ton of other stuff we can do, but let's start with those simple exercises for a while, and you can do these indefinitely. And it's really, honestly, it's all you ever need. But for variety's sake, and to use some of the other things in your bag, we'll get into those later on. But don't worry about all that right now. Just do those simple exercises. Do them at least 3 days a week. Some weeks you're only going to hit it twice a week. Don't worry about it. Just stay on track. Make sure that there's a rest day in between so you're not overdoing it. Your walking is going to be working your calves a lot. So we're not going to think about calves in the workout right now, except for the walking that you're doing. Your walking you can do every single day. And I want you to. I want you to get out and do that simple walk every single day. How you like that with a flag behind me? For Happy 4th of July. Hello. Well, it's like I knew what I was doing. And then I've got my military flags up there representing all the military. America. It's the greatest country still. People aren't lining up to get into other countries, are they? They're trying to get into our country. You know why? Because we give away things for nothing. Besides those gloves that I showed you earlier, you have a little timer in your bag. You can, of course, use your phone or a watch or whatever, but you want to make sure that you're not resting 3 days in between sets, right? So you'll probably set your clock to maybe, 90 seconds between each exercise or set. Don't be in a hurry when you're doing these exercises. Do a set and rest a little bit. And that's what this little timer does. It kind of helps you to stay on track and give you like a rhythm through your workout, because that's a big part of a training modality, is the rhythm and the timing of it, okay? So for you, I would set it at about 1.5 minutes. And I know when you get done with a set, you're going to be thinking, no, I could go right now, no problem. Try not to do that. Set your clock or your watch or your phone and get into the habit of going in a timed sort of way through your workout. As you get in better shape, your timing in between sets is going to decrease and you'll have a better workout. But I don't want you to overdo it so much that you get so tired and have an injury or something like that. So take your time, do the best you can, and you're my best friend. Don't ever forget that.